Everyone is welcome here, it's time to make new friends. Aquavide Uskava, fill your Glencairn. Share a dram with the spirit of Edmonton. Luncha!
Good evening, Whiskey Brothers, Whiskey Sisters, Whiskey Friends, and welcome to episode 30 of the Canadian Whisky Journey's Whiskey Review. I'm Dolph. I'm your host tonight, and I'm joined by Blair Phillips, co-author to this book right here, The Definitive Guide to Canadian Distilleries. A good book for Christmas. I think you should actually get it. Be a good idea, right? Blair, how about you tell us what we're continuing our Canadian Whisky Journey with tonight, sir?
We are trying Eau Claire Distillery Single Malt release number 5, brand spanking new, just off the press.
And we're seeing a lot of noise online with this one, so a lot of people are pretty happy about it right now. So I'm happy that we're doing the review as well. Although I don't want to be drowned out, I want to drown other people out. That's what we got. I've got a place in my heart for this distillery, though. I really do, because when I went there, I talked to Caitlin Quinn, the master distiller, David Farron, the owner, for hours. And here, I'll throw up a picture. So that's us. And so giving with their time. We just talked and talked and talked and talked. And they showed us around, and we saw the front. It was beautiful. And there's me posing. And the tasting room's beautiful off to the side. This is one side of it. You get the other side, just beautiful. Nice. And there's Caitlin there, and that's Gertrude that she's with, and she probably made this off of Gertrude, what we have now. And my favorite part was the Alberta Temperance and Moral Reform League, and it's beautiful in there now. They've been working on that for a little while, and it's set up for weddings and Christmas stuff. It's something to see, and just to have the Temperance and Moral Reform League, kind of, I don't know, it's like you're thumbing your nose at people somehow. I like it.
Yeah, this distillery is definitely a Canadian gem. When we were working on the book, not working on it yet, but bouncing off ideas, trying to figure out, do we really want to do this? Is there something worthwhile in this? When we visited Eau Claire, that was a definite, like, yes, we have to write this book, because that distillery just captures everything that's good about distilling in Canada. Like, they have a wide range of spirits. They're doing whiskey, they're doing gins, they're doing vodkas, doing some really creative stuff. So definitely it's one of those places that I agree with you, it captures you.
It's a great place to go. It's south of Calgary. I think you're about 45 minutes from Calgary. Turner Valley is where it is. Right next door, they have a fantastic restaurant that's been on You Got to Eat Here. There's a really good brewery called Fahr, F-A-H-R. It's just a great day, I think. So when I went there with Laura, the hours we spent there it was just phenomenal. We have great memories of it. However, let's get into this just a little bit. I texted Caitlin just to get information on this, because we all get the information that we get online, but I wanted something a little bit different. And she said it's a 3-year-old whiskey, because I didn't know if it was 3, 4, 5. I thought they were developing, but it's 3-year-old whiskey. And it's completely distilled and blended by her, because she was the joint master distiller for a while, and she did all of this. And she was getting, she had a friend help out of Vancouver with the blending a while ago. But this is all her. This is all her baby. She said it's close to number 2 because of the sherry, but it's still distinctive. And I don't remember number 2 tasting like this. Do you?
If I was gonna, it's been a long time. I haven't had number 2 in a long time.
Yeah.
I think if I was gonna have number 2, I would expect maybe some more of those rustic grain notes of their earlier whiskeys. That she's really done this terrific job of each step of the way through these releases. Those rustic notes are being replaced kind of by almost a biscuity like note that complements everything. Like, she's really, hit it out of the park with.
When you say rustic, what do you mean by rustic? I'm kind of like that.
Gritty. Not gritty, but there's a almost like a raw cereal note that you get in young whiskeys.
Yeah.
That in this whiskey, it's not there. Like, I'm actually surprised that it's a 3-year-old, because it's pretty damn refined, which shows off that she has some serious blending skills, I think. Then
I think so. Well, and it helps that they have an angel share that's at 10% because they lose more water than they do alcohol. So the alcohol level goes up and it matures faster. Just like Douglas in BC, it just matures faster. And I don't know, she's able to tame it, is what I'm going to say. I like that.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay. 3 different types of wood: ex-bourbon, virgin, Hungarian, and sherry. She wouldn't tell me the percentage of each, but that's okay. That's fine. No. I did bug her a bit because I've been bugging her for a while that I want her to make it the Plowman's Rye again, and I don't think she's ever going to make it. No matter how much I ask, I don't think she's going to. All right. What do you get on the nose?
Tons of fruits. It's I don't think one fruit stands out over another, but it's kind of like this orchard fruit basket kind of thing, like cherries and apples and that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And, maybe a bit of peach.
I was assuming, I think before I tried this, that it'd be a lot of plum and raisins and Christmas fruits and Christmas cake because of the sherry influence, but it's not. And I'm getting melon too, I think. Like honeydew on there, but
something like that, yeah.
Not sweet.
But not well, it's sweet, but I don't like sweet generally. I like my whiskeys to be tart and dry, but it does have a sweet nose to it. And I think you told me you were thinking honey on the nose or caramel. I was thinking the sugar, the powdered sugar for me. But how about you?
Yeah, kind of powdered sugar, maybe a bit of toffee, that kind of thing. But you're right, it's sweet, but it's not. There's I'm starting to get that melon note that you're talking about. It's just there's a lot going on. Like there's the sweetness, the fruitiness, but at the same time there's a little bit of spice, and it's all balancing out and kind of all meeting in the center. There's almost like a peppery note that I can't identify either.
And that might be with the Hungarian oak. Possibly, because that's where I get the spices, where I think I'm getting the spices from the Hungarian oak. It's not from the ex-bourbon. Although I was looking for vanilla. Do you get any vanilla?
Not a ton.
No. It's really interesting. And she was hoping this would be the favorite of them all so far, because she said, well, 3 and 4 were very different from number 2. She went off and came back to it because people were reminiscing about number 2, but I think this is better. And
I think, but yeah, I remember 4 very fondly, and this is another step up in my opinion.
Okay, no, it's good and great to have at Christmas, I think.
Oh yeah.
And I think we're going to be talking about their Christmas gin at one point. So that might be nice in 2 or 3 weeks to actually get that and talk about it. The gold, frankincense, and myrrh. How about the palate?
Yeah, it's the same. Everything just carries over nicely. It's fruity. There's a nice structure to it with the spices on the back end of the palate. And I don't know if it's almost like a floral tone that's really, really buried low.
Right at the end, I think, as well. I'm going to go for that. And it's the same. So it's not disjointed at all. And I get that from some microbrewers, distillers, where the nose and the palate are a bit off from each other. This one, like you said, carries through really well.
Yeah.
But I am getting the spice or the dryness at the end. So like you're saying, the pepper. But again, I think that's a Hungarian oak. But I'll ask Caitlin. Maybe she'll tell me. Anything else on the palate we should talk about? Because it's still fruity, but it's a different fruit on the palate that comes.
Yeah, there's a biscuit type note that I find. I don't know how to explain it. Almost like I wouldn't say shortbread because it's not in that sort of camp.
I was thinking arrowroot, but it's not as vanilla-like as arrowroot.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, okay. It's a tough one to dissect.
Well, let's go biscuity. That works well.
Yeah.
And finish. I'm going medium on the finish. It changes to a drier feeling at the back of the throat, which is the spice for me at the end. So
I
fruity.
love whiskeys. I find that a really pleasing feature of a whiskey that starts sweet and finishes dry.
Yeah. No, I like this. It's very good. Thumbs up for me. It's about $100 if you buy it anywhere in Alberta. We're going to have it everywhere in Alberta. You can buy it online. They'll ship it to you. And I'm pretty sure anywhere in Canada, but hopefully I'm not making a mistake. I think they
A lot of
do.
angry people. Yeah.
Well, okay, I'm not going to say anything. I'm pretty sure they do. So we're going to do that.
Try. Put it in your cart. Try to check out. I really recommend that you do that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's lovely. Any last comments, kind sir, before we log out? We're just over 10 minutes.
Move to Alberta and buy a case.
There we go. And if you can buy the Plowman's Rye, get the Plowman's Rye. and talk to Caitlin. Make her make more. I really want it. But anyways, really happy with this. Thank you for coming on tonight, sir. And we're not here next week, but we're back and we're doing Christmassy gins all December. It's going to be fun. So cheers, kind sir, Slancha, and we will see you very soon. Cheers.